scientists checked, and they said, yep, we're Maputo. Here's our DNA. The forensic scientist published it, and we captured it and put it in our database. So it means that you do have some, if you get a top match, you do have some ancestry in common with that population. We can't say a percentage, but it's in the last few hundred years. So that would be the case with number 12. You got a match to Native American Lumbee. That's a population where 106 people in North Carolina came together and they said, yep, we're Lumbee. See our driver's license. And the forensic scientists took their DNA frequencies, their SDR values, and he published them in aggregate, you know. So all this is anonymous, and all of it is the state of science, of forensic science. Are you there?
Yes, I'm still here.
Okay, so the report begins, that's how it works. The report begins with a summary. You took the DNA Fingerprint Plus, the Native American version. That's going to look at all of your ancestry. It's going to focus or draw attention to the Native American. It'll put a Native American population in red, like the Lumbee. So it starts with a summary, and the summary says that your DNA profile indicates that you are sub-Saharan African primarily, and then you get these types of African, 1, 2, 4, 5, and the rest at the top. And that's also shown by your megapopulations and your markers and your map. We'll get to those in a moment. And you do have admixture, American Indian admixture, and that's in parenthesis there is what are the proofs of that, the matches, and you also have European admixture. There's also Gypsy and Jewish and Middle Eastern. So that's the summary. Most people are surprised to find out how mixed they are. So in this report, you're probably most interested in your Native American. And so that is shown by matches 12, 42, 80 by your megapopulations, your markers, and your map. And there's a note on that on page 7. So let's look at those now. Megapopulations are aggregates of continent-wide populations. So that's the big population. And these are listed in order. The top first two are African and African American. You see all the rest. American Indian is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's pretty near the top. It suggests that you have a significant amount of it.
Oh, the American Indian?
And good American Indian, yes, because it's the 6th megapopulation, down from African, Middle Eastern, Iberian, Austronesian. You have all those too. Some of them may be deep ancestry. Then we know that also from the marker results. There are 2 Native American markers, Native American 1, Native American 2. You get 2 doses of Native American 2, which means that you get it on both sides of your family. Your mother and your father gave you some. Again, we don't know what the percentage is. We can only guess. So that's the marker results. And it shows your other markers that you get. You get 4 sub-Saharan African markers. You get some European markers. You get some Jewish markers. There doesn't seem to be any Asian in your family tree. All right, and then we're going to look at page 7 because there's a special note, and as it says, it lists some of the weaker matches that are noted here only for your information. As far as Native American goes, that's anything in red. You're getting a weak match at the position 101 to Native American Florida. That would be a green dot on the map. When you look at the map, you see that there is a green dot on the next to the last page in Florida. That could be Seminole, it could be Creek, it could be Cherokee, it could be Choctaw. We don't really know. It's just Native Americans that were part of that study in Florida. So that map gives you a visual picture of your entire ancestry. If you look at that, and it's showing a lot of strong matches coming out of Africa, but it's and no matches, only red in Asia, and there's a couple of matches in the Western Hemisphere showing you're Native American. The certificate sums up all the Native American evidence. You got a number 12 match to Native American Lumbee. You got a number 42 match to Amazonian Indians. You got a number 80 match to other Amazonian Indians, another population. And you should bear in mind that all Native Americans are related to each other. They came through a very extreme bottleneck, so you could be related to, you could well be related, you are related to Amazonian Indians. That's deep history. You get 2 Native American markers, and American Indian is ranked number 6 in your mega populations. That pretty much takes you through it in a superficial way. There's probably a lot more to be learned from it. And of course, you have your European side that's listed there. Did you have any questions?
Yeah, so for the Lumbee stuff, was that like a group? That's a group of Lumbee people, or?
Yeah, that was a study group. So those were Lumbees who met at a hospital after being invited to participate in a research trial, and the forensic scientist was there, and they said each one of them raised their hand and said, "Yep, I'm Lumbee." Said so here on my Lumbee enrollment card or my driver's license. And the forensic scientist tested them, and he put all their results together, and that formed the Lumbee population, which was published and which we added to our database. We have about 90 Native American tribes or populations. Of course, that's not all of them by any means, because they talk about 500 tribes 500 nations. But that's the maximum number in the industry.
And yeah, you've been very thorough in the report, and I appreciate that. I noticed you guys had something like a chain of custody or like a court test or something. What's the difference in that one?
Yes, that's, well, that's done. You'd have to start over on that one. But that's done if you need a legal statement for any reason, like you're trying to prove that you're related to somebody, you have a son or in an Indian tribe, and so you have to take it and prove the 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 ancestry. It's similar to a paternity test, and people get the legal version when a judge has ordered a legal version. So somebody they get it for hunting and fishing rights and real estate reasons and relationship reasons and things like that. The results are not going to be any different from what you see here, but this test is just for your personal knowledge. It's not for a legal or administrative purpose.
Oh, so
With a legal test,
some people get it
somebody
for
would be
some people get it
sorry.
for some people get it for hunting and fishing.
Yeah, I've heard of that because the courts are taking another look at Indian rights. There was a famous court case recently called McGirt versus Oklahoma, and so, you know, depending on where you are, you know, there's more of an interest now. Used to be if you had any Indian ancestry, you ran and hid, but that's not necessarily the case today.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you answering all my questions for me. Thank you for your time.
Very good. You're welcome. You have a good day. Thank you for calling.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye.
That's amazing, Josh.
Mm-hmm. I know. That's what I was like. Oh,
I think I need to
interesting.
call. Y'all